Now, you may remember that we hit a milestone on our BBC World News Facebook page last week. We now have 5 million fans. To mark the occasion, we've launched a 14-day news challenge. It's called Take 5, and Ros and I were the first people to take this challenge on.
So to mark our 5 million milestone on BBC World News' Facebook page, we have a little bit of a gift for you, and that's 14 days of news quiz. It's our Take 5 challenge, where you can represent your country, compete against your friends, and also compete against our presenters. And the first two guinea pigs to take the quiz are John and Ros.
Yes, lambs to the slaughter.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's make it a fair fight.
Yeah, okay.
What's that, John? 3, 2, 1. John, have you got one right yet?
No.
Which city had 5 days of riots last May?
Hey, I've got one right.
Stockholm, wasn't it?
How many species of bacteria are found on a typical hand? I think I'm finished.
Good, but no cigar, I'm afraid. 2,415.
I've always had so much to learn from you, John.
Oh, sorry. Ros and Sam joined me in the studio now to talk about what was obviously a fair fight, and well, I guess the best man won.
Well, it's continuing for 14 days, so
God, no.
you've got to keep doing it.
Oh,
if you
no,
wanna,
he's going to kill me in the long run. He was also
There's
doing
going to be a question about ladybird speeds, John.
Yeah, exactly.
Very keen to talk about that just now.
Yeah, exactly, I was. So tell us about the quiz. Are you hoping that lots of people are going to join this?
Yeah, so the idea is that on our social platforms, people are always talking about news. They're telling us when we get news right and wrong. They love getting involved on social platforms on news. So as a gift, we said, OK, if you're that good at news, let's prove it. We're going to set this news quiz, 14 days, and it's not easy. John, Ros, you took it. It's not the easiest quiz in the world, but they can compete for their country. They can compete against their Facebook friends. It's good fun, and they can compete against you.
Ros, didn't you think? I mean, I sat there yesterday, and we both started at the same time, and that was all genuinely filmed. And you kind of thought, I had this sinking feeling when I got the first. I think I got the first 5 or 6 questions completely wrong, and I thought, all that lies ahead is total humiliation now.
Right, so the last 5, tell me if I'm wrong here, the last 5 of the 20 questions you get are about the news of the last few days, and I think that was where we felt reasonably comfortable, but it was the questions over the last 12 months which were quite tricky, to say the least. And you get these multiple choice questions where you've got a feel for roughly what the answer is, but not so precise that it helps you that much.
I've got to say that on the multiple choice questions, I didn't have a clue. I mean, it's 18 million, 18 billion, 18 gazillion. Which is it? No idea. I mean,
what's quite funny though, as well, is I found the countdown clock quite terrifying. So you get 20 seconds for every question, and the faster that you get the question right, the more points you get. So it's almost making you trying to answer as quickly as possible, which often means you get them wrong.
And you would have thought we would be quite good at talking with a countdown going, but it didn't seem to help us at all in that quiz.
No. I mean, there are times when a countdown is rather stress-inducing, depending on who the director is in your ear. And sometimes, I'm not going to say anything about the present director, obviously, because that would be rude, Mirror. It is kind of, when you see that clock ticking down, you think, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
And there's not time to Google. I was thinking this is going to be all right, but there isn't actually time to Google in that 20 seconds.
No.
Because normally, you're at a pub quiz. That's the best way of getting around a question you don't know, under the table, Google.
And everybody gets different. It's a random selection of the questions at different levels. So you weren't answering the same questions, but the overall score.
Which is why, really, John, we should be judging this over the fortnight rather
over
than
the 14 days.
On day one.
No. It was a winner takes all. It was clearly a winner takes all. Actually, I was hoping, Ros, you weren't going to appear. We were just going to leave an empty chair and say,
I'm not quite sure what's in it.
We asked Ros Atkins to appear, but he was unavailable.
I'm busy preparing for Outside Source. Your editor rings up saying, can you come on to Global? I'm thinking there's not much in it for me here.
Well, we've got the winner at the moment on the scoreboard is a Nigerian man, and it's followed by an Australian woman and somebody in the UK. So it keeps changing depending on the scores.
Oh, no. You're telling me that Ros and I aren't on the leaderboard anymore?
Nowhere near.
We're nowhere close.
No, I was looking at it earlier, and I was there on, 1,000 and something points, and there are a couple of guys up on 3,000, 4,000 points.
Is there a prize?
We're nothing without producers, you see, John. This is the problem. Without lots of other people helping us, we're nothing.
I want to know if there's a prize.
The glory.
Where's the prize?
Oh, here's the trophy. This is our BBC. You have it at the moment, but Ros...
What do you mean I have it at the moment? If I'm taking that home with me, possession is 9/10 of the law. This is coming home with me, and it's not coming back.
That's your great
Living
prize.
the story. Here we are.
One cup of coffee at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Ross, thank you very much for coming down. I know outside. What have you got on outside source?
Well, we're going to be majoring on the two stories. I'm sure you're majoring on the missing plane, the situation in Ukraine. We're going to be getting some help from BBC Monitoring on precisely why Lithuania and Latvia and a couple of other countries are distinctly nervous at the moment because of that speech that Vladimir Putin gave. But the big stories as it comes into the newsroom.
OK. Both of you, thank you very much indeed for coming into the studio. We will now talk about ladybirds because